Well, our wallets are going to hate Labour's new plan. Let's begin. Now, of course, I don't know if it's just me, but ever since Labour have come in, it just seems they've been on a one-man mission, or one-party mission, shall we say, to pee off the entire country. I mean, let's face it, not only pensioners who have lost their winter fuel allowance, but it seems, doesn't it, that was testing the waters, shall we say, for whatever Rachel Reeves is going to announce in October. But something has just come out which, let's face it, is going to make us feel even more annoyed. So just what's happened, and well, according to this article, it says that the Energy Secretary Ed Miliband presumably thought it would be a good idea because he's announced a £630 million deal that will see the government take control of an organisation behind Britain's power systems, with the cost clawed back from households through their energy bills. And no, I'm not talking about GB Energy, this is something else. And yeah, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure not so long ago, Labour had a fully costed plan on how to reduce the energy costs. But surely now, if we have to pay a £630 million extra cost through our energy, it's going to be anything but, isn't it? Especially from October the 1st, remember, energy bills are going to be going up as it is. It just makes me wonder how much further they will be going up in the future, eh? But, don't worry, because the government says here has acquired the National Grid's Electricity System Operations Unit, which is a division tasked with keeping the country's lights on and balancing supply with demand. Well, great. I mean, let's face it, I'm sure they all really need help with that, don't they? I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I haven't had a power cut, since, I know, maybe 1970s. That's lasted more than an hour or two at the most. Either way, though, it does seem, doesn't it, that Labour is once again putting his nose in to something they presumably don't understand and spending millions and millions of pounds of our taxpayers' money, which obviously wouldn't have been spent on this otherwise. Especially at a time when they're presumably saying they need as much money as they can get to fill in, I'm guessing, this £22 billion, mythical in my opinion, black hole. So why do I say it's mythical then? Well, £9 billion of that black hole, from what I've heard, is going towards paying for the junior doctors' strikes. And of course, £11 billion, or whatever it is, appears to be earmarked by Ed Miliband again. It seems he's not happy with this £630 million. No. He presumably thinks it'd be a brilliant idea to spend it on overseas climate emergency, when let's face it, so I'm pretty sure the emergency we've got at the moment is with our own finances, isn't it? So shouldn't we spend it on us first, and then, if he wants to, and if the country agrees, which I'm guessing they don't, then if it can then be justified to spend that money abroad, then yeah, I guess we ain't really got much of a choice. And let's face it, we ain't got much of a choice anyway, because they're going to be in, unfortunately, for another 5 years, unless, of course, Keir Starmer presumably pees the country off more as time goes on, or has his own Boris Johnson moment, shall we say. But anyway, after falling under public ownership from next month, the new body, which will be called the National Energy System Operator, NESO for short, will oversee planning for the new UK gas system, and it will run, it says, alongside GB Energy, the public company set up by Labour to invest in green energy projects. And when people say green energy, a lot of companies out there, I'm guessing, do see pound signs, because let's face it, this is all going to cost us, the taxpayers, even more, I'm guessing. It even says here that the cost of the deal will initially be met by taxpayers, but will largely be recouped via charges on energy bills, which, admittedly I could be wrong, but I'm guessing that's us taxpayers as well, eh? Or maybe not, because it appears that Labour could actually do something to, shall we say, claw in a load of money. Even I say that because, according to this article, it says that Labour could impose an exit tax on wealthy fleeing the country, because, yeah, it seems that Labour aren't just satisfied for peeing us all off, they actually want to charge people for leaving. Which, let's face it, in my opinion, kind of seems like a deterrent. You will stay, whether you like it or not. Some sort of North Korean way of looking things, in my opinion. But anyway, the article says that Rachel Reeves has been urged to impose an exit tax on the wealthy investors moving their money out of the country. And the Resolution Foundation, the left-wing think tank, well, there's a surprise, has called for Labour to hit those relocating overseas with a capital gains tax charge, which I'm guessing Rachel Reeves will absolutely love. I mean, admittedly, I could be wrong, but let's just say October the 30th, the day before Halloween, is going to be very apt for us all, eh? Whether we're wealthy or not. And it comes as wealth managers report a surge in a number of super rich individuals leaving the country ahead of the budget next month. And under current rules, investors pay no capital gains tax on UK shares if they leave Britain for more than 5 years. However, in a report exploring the fiscal choices facing the Chancellor of the Budget, on October the 30th, the Resolution Foundation, which has close links to Labour, recommend scrapping this rule, which, admittedly, this won't affect the majority of us, it's only for the wealthy. However, wouldn't it be a better idea to keep the wealthy in the country? Therefore, they're contributing their tax money to the country, rather than up sticks and leaving and going elsewhere and paying tax to other countries. And yes, admittedly, they'll have to pay an exit tax or exit fee in this case if this goes ahead, but I'm guessing there'll be no way near as much going into the public purse as what would have been if they'd have stayed in the country and contributing for years and years to come. And quite worryingly, get this, the UK could see a net loss of as many as 9,500 millionaires this year, more than double the 4,200 who left the country in 2023, according to Henley Private Wealth Migration Report 2024. Which will surely mean, if anything, as they won't be contributing to the public purse, Labour more than likely going to expect us to contribute even more, to pay for, let's face it, any stupid, in my opinion, climate change emergency or whatever other crap they want to come out with. Because let's face it, it does seem, doesn't it, that they are full intent on doing this regardless of what potential harm it could do to people. And I say that because, let's face it, if the government either scrapped this £11.6 billion climate change emergency that Ed Miliband wants to spend overseas and actually use that money on keeping the winter fuel allowance and other things like that, then I'm guessing that'll be much better for us all. But no, they don't want to think about things like that, presumably, eh?